My name is Dennis Johnson, and today's exercise is entitled Double Beat Progressions. Double beat in the sense that we are playing two notes with the same stick. It's sort of this is really what I use to get students to be prepared to play diddles later on. When you're younger players, it's a little bit much to start out with, to put diddles on the 16ths, because normally they'll crush them like this. So what I do to combat that and to lead a progression into that is to show them the sticking with the 16th note version. So you'll see that on the music when I put it up. I'm going to play it fairly fast at 176, but feel free to play it slower. Feel free to go to my YouTube channel, Dennis Johnson Drummer, and scroll down to the High School Basics playlist. Click on the playlist and find Double Beat Progressions, where I've written a snare, tenor, bass, and front ensemble parts to go with this exercise. So we start out with letter A, and I will play letter A only so you can get the idea. Basically, we're adding a 1E and every two measures. So there's the music. You'll see the progression, and you'll see the formula, and you'll hear how it sounds. So here's letter A. Okay, so you see from the music, first two measures, we have one set of dugga-ducks. And then the third and fourth measure, we're adding one more dugga-duck, or 1E and 2E and so forth. We add three for the second line. And then finally, the last two measures is just straight dugga-ducks. Okay. Letter B takes the rhythm one and a, and we put the diddle on the left hand, which prepares students to play diddles on the left hand, which are usually problematic, especially when younger players are playing that. It's actually a lesson 25 from the 26 American Standard Rudiments, but we've gotten away from that in recent times. But anyway, so letter B will be, and I'll put the music up, we're still at 176. Here's letter B. All right. So then we take that progression down to letter C, where we follow up with straight 16ths. So we've got and so forth. So letter A puts the diddle on the right hand, letter B puts the diddle on the left hand, and then letter C puts the diddle on both hands. And there are other variations, second and third set of this, but this focuses on the first set of 16th 30-second transitions, and that's another altogether different video. So here's letter C. Here's the music. Letter C. All right, so you want everything nice and solid. So now I will go back with the music up and play A, B, straight into C. Now I will say, the issue with the transition from A to B throws younger players sometimes, but if they'll just practice the last measure of letter A into the first measure of letter B, usually that is what you want to do. That's what I've done in the past. So you'd go. So the transition is very important, that we get that from the onset of letter B and the onset of letter C. So also the end of letter B straight into of letter C. We don't want to break that. I want to make a seamless transition from A to B to C. So here it is, A, B, C at 176. Okay, so that'll get your blood pumping at that speed. We can play it faster, we can play it slower. I would suggest playing it slower at first, making sure that all the double beats are nice and strong, so that the second stroke out of 2 is as loud and as strong and as solid as the first stroke of the 2. And that's the way you're going to get better sounding rolls, open rolls. All right, so I'm going to play A, B, and C without the music so you can see the hands. Here we go. So that's double beat progressions, for lack of a better term. It's a progression in the fact that we're going from a 1 count pattern to a 2 count pattern to a 3 count pattern, etc. So keep on drumming and stay tuned for the next video. Keep practicing timing 1, 2, 3, triplet timing, double beat 1.0, 12/8 double beat, double stops. Go back and do 16/8/4/2 because that's a good one to get your hands and your muscles warmed up. And then finally you get to double beat progressions and it goes on. I think I'm going to post right at 35 exercises that are just basics, and that doesn't include flams or the fancy stick stuff. So I'll do that later on. But anyway, this is double beat progressions. Keep on drumming.